Buenos dias, compas. All right, y'all. Getting a crazy pullback right now. All right. So we're back here. All right, look. Where do we even start? All right, we'll start off with data yesterday. All right. Data. I got that. So for those of you that are new to the Discord, all right, I am dropping the data inside. I'll probably even create a special tab just for that. That way we don't really clutter everything. But I drop it inside of the Discord. Let me pull this up. My bad, y'all. All right. Payrolls, private payrolls. It came out all right. Um, you know, I pretty much give you my take on it. It was all right. It was just more towards inflation, saying that yeah, inflation is here. That's why you saw Trump tweet, uh, we don't even have inflation or whatever he tweeted, whatever remark it was, pertaining to the inflation. Um, but at least with the private pay jobs, it's it's kind of bullish just because it came in better than expected. It's pretty much suggesting that the labor market remains silent. All right. The services PMI, economic growth is bullish behavior, but like I said, the fact that where is it at? I know I wrote it right here. It's positive for growth, but negative for inflation. All right. Um, and that's just pretty much indicating rising inflation pressure. Time and time again, y'all have heard me just pretty much preach. It's always, you can't hide around these numbers. You can't hide around inflation. If inflation is there and things are more expensive, there's nothing you can do about that. All right. So um, everything's gone up. The the prices that we paid, that's what nobody likes. That's the thing that came out negative when it came to these like reports. Like, so just something to just keep in mind. All right. Jobless claims is today, and then tomorrow we got non-farm payrolls. That's gonna be very important. All right, that's all for our non-farm folks out here that are getting paid. All right. Not only that, but here, let me just go ahead and just drop this inside since we're already pretty much in the Discord. Shoot, just so that way you guys can see. That way, I can piggyback off of that into what I'm gonna say next. Okay. So Trump, the U.S. is in the middle of final negotiations to end the Iran war. All right, this dude has the most. He's the most declarate president right now, just because of how many wars he's ended. Right. I mean, every week it's war ended, war ended, war ended. Right. But you call me crazy. This may just be the definition of insanity, just because you do the same thing, expect the same result every single time, right? A different result. All the other time, this is why I say I'm not crazy. All right, maybe. Look, all the other times I didn't believe him. I said, Cap, whatever, whatever. But, folks, the thing that does kind of have me thinking that he did make something happen simply solely off of this. All right. And I think it probably is going to happen this weekend. All right. I don't think they're going to let stuff happen. Either he's going to make an announcement like right now, before market, or after hours. All right. Or over the weekend. Okay. So this is why I think so. All right. Oil is now making lower highs, lower lows, or higher low. Yeah. Yeah. Lower lows, right? Let me get rid of all this mess right here, okay? Because we don't need to see all this nonsense. All right, this is all from our previous videos type stuff. Okay, um, it's just consolidating. All right, well, I guess not. We have that right there. Look, Look different when I was zoomed in, all right? Don't ridicule me. I'm too cool to be ridiculed. All right, check it. Boom. All right, so we gap down. We find support right here at the strong level, all right? We shoot back up. We reverse this trend, and we come and we fill in this gap, all right? So we mount successfully at the 50 SMA, right? We pop back up. We get above this key level, retesting that key level now, all right? And we come up to the 200 SMA. Now, if y'all were part of the uh, the emergency meeting that I had, what was it? It was like 2 days ago, like on Tuesday, right? I'm just going. I'm going over a bunch of stuff. All right, I'm going over um, charts. You know how to set up your charts, how to read the charts, and not only that, but the current war conditions, the current economics, there's just the current the current state of the world. Let's just put it as that, right? And why things are moving the way that they're moving right now. You know, while we're seeing energy move, while we're seeing oil move, while we're seeing the market move, while we're seeing why we're seeing semis, data centers, everything that is just making the world go round. We're looking at the whole perspective. Okay, so anytime I do call something like that, it's pretty urgent and it's pretty crucial information. Okay, so just keep that in mind next time I drop it. All right, and for those of y'all that pulled up, um, y'all got some great info. All right, so here we go. We rejected the 200 SMA. Now we're con- building up compression. All right, there's pressure being built now inside of oil. We already filled the gap up. All right, that's pretty much saying, hey, we need to. We're gonna go see if there's any liquidity there. We're gonna see if there's any cash there, and if there isn't, we're coming back down. Right, filled it. We're coming back down. We lost this retest of this key level right here. We're falling out of this fair value gap. This is no more, so we can delete this. All right. We're losing our pink EMA. This is starting to fall down. And I'm going to tell you this much right now. We lose this 50 SMA at this strong level. Oil is falling like a rock. All right. So oil is going to come back down. We got a huge pullback from the NASDAQ. Okay. Huge, folks. Huge. Okay. So look, anytime that we do end up finding our way around the 50 SMA, we find support. We're currently there right now at this possible level that I've had right here, right? We needed a mount and retest. We mounted, shot up to new all-time highs, and we got a great pullback, all right? Great. Okay, but anytime you find yourself right here at the 50 SMA, it's either we lose it or we get bought up. All right. But as you can see, it respects it for sure. So maybe he might. All right. I think he will. That's just my opinion. Dude, it's freaking cold. Got my AC set to like 50 up in this mug, dude. The hotel freezing right now. As y'all can see, man, look at this. I don't want to be all foggy like last time. That's why. All right, so check it. We're getting a good pullback, all right? But I'll tell you this much right now. Y'all know how Trump works, man. Anytime there's a big pullback like that, Trump comes, saves the bulls, bails them out. Trump taco? Probably. But if he really does end it this week, dude, This thing's gonna go crazy. And it's best to know what stocks are gonna pay. So I hope y'all are keeping up to date because there's certain things going on behind the scenes, deals that they're making. That's why we're getting all these great pullbacks. Might as well get in everything at great discounts. So if y'all been keeping up to date with the channel, y'all are definitely going to have a nice payday coming pretty soon. All right. Um, I pretty much already listed and dropped the stocks that I've been looking at in the previous videos. But I want to kind of go over the VIX today. Where is the VIX? The VIX. Oh, it's in the vitals. That's where it's at. Look. Dude, we're chilling back down here in like 16, 13 again. Okay. This is now like bullish area right here. The fact that we've been moving up on red is crazy. Crazy. All right. So if we see the VIX come back down, especially with oil dropping as well too, we're definitely going to see this market continue to push. This is what I'm saying. The VIX, oil is coming down. If the VIX starts to come down, we're going to see the market start to push up because this makes no sense to me on why it's getting a pullback. And then we're getting news like this too, that Trump's on the brink of final negotiations. All right. We've heard that plenty of times though. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the reason why this is making me believe it a little bit more is because this is a pretty good, substantial pullback. Like if you look across the board, and then we got data this week too. So I'm not gonna lie, might just let it bleed into the weekend, drop some crazy news, and just watch everything skyrocket. So kind of wanted to touch base on that, but for the most part, let's go talk to my baby girl over here, dog. There she is. All right. I gave y'all a sauce a hot minute ago. Like 2 weeks ago, all right? Now at this point. Oh, whoops. Okay. Beautiful. Getting our retest right now. Okay? We still have this fair value gap. We got to wait for this trend to catch back up. I'm not tripping. I'm still holding, okay? This is good for me, at least in my opinion. All right? We're getting this pullback right here. We have our indicators coming up. If we continue to find support right here at this 50% median inside our fair value gap, it's looking beautiful. All right. Not only that, but I mean, we got a downtrend that we're breaking out of. Okay. This is beautiful right now. Beautiful. Okay. Now, if you also ask me, right? But then again, you know, this is if you ask me. I mean, the bigger the base, the higher in space, y'all. Okay? All right. I wish I could zoom out more to really just paint this picture. Maybe I can go to weeks. Weeks just don't look good. I don't like the way that looks. All right. Nah, see, we still need to come up here in order for it to be like a cup and handle. My bad. It just this morning that's all I was just thinking about. Like, I'm gonna give you an insight like on my mind. All right. Like when I'm not paying attention to something or whatever someone's saying, it's probably most likely because I'm thinking about things like this. You know, dude. And I was thinking it was a cup and handle, like right here, right? And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, that's such a stretch. That is such a stretch. Like, you're reaching, Mark. Reaching for sure. But You want to be real with yourself like that, all right? You don't don't be the guy that's like, "Oh, yeah." You know what I'm saying? But the thing that I do like about this, okay? This consolidation right here, right? Let me change that because that's just we're not gonna be able to see that. All right. I love this consolidation right here more than anything. This is when we get a little like this is when we're getting like a little bit more volatile. Okay. But ever since this point right here, and we're shooting up, we're now on a bullish trend, and this has been its bearish trend, right? Because that's been the highest point. Now, if we go from a further stance point, I mean, we'll get something like this, right? Let me turn this on real quick. Right? But that's like on the weekly type stuff, you know what I'm saying? But we're not even gonna I'm not gonna entertain that just because that's been a hot minute, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm aiming for. Look. But I like this because one, like I said, this consolidation right here that I'm highlighting. Two, let me raise this a little bit that we all can actually see. I genuinely do like this area right here. Jeez. I genuinely do. Oh yeah, this is gonna. I genuinely do like this right here, and just all this consolidation for the last past 10 years, and then now we're starting to see some uprise. These are the stocks that I buy, and I'll show you a great example of that. A great example of that. That got me paid. Nice. Got me 30 bandos. How's that? What was that kid say? 30 bandos. Thanks, y'all. Kid who just rug pulls everybody, dog. That's so messed up, dude. Dude hit a lick for everybody. 30 bandos. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. This right here, dude. This is what got me paid fat. All right. 2024, we were trading Intel. So let me raise that a little bit more. All right, beautiful. 2024, we were trading Intel right here. In like the 30s, popped up to 35. I was thinking about going long here. Took my money and then just tanked, right? But then we went and we started consolidating. And then we began to pop back up. And when we pop back up, that's when we saw the rest of the show happen. It's consolidation at a set price. It has its little volatile moments, you know what I'm saying? But when it starts to get a little bit crazier, then you zoom out and you see how crazy this stock just went. Look, I got to zoom out like crazy. I bought down here. I had 2-year leaps on it. I still could have held. Popped up all the way up here to like 50. I took my money, bro. In all reality, I really just could have held, but I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take my money. All right, I'm going to get it. I'm going to flip it into something else, and I'll find another way to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Not that I knew it was going to be like $100, but I had faith that it was going to reach at least like 70, 80. So when I saw 54, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm out of here. But the thing is the way my mind worked, the reason why I didn't hold this one was because it may take another year or two to get there. And I was well past my break even at like $40. $40 was my break even. We're chilling at 54. Like, I got nothing to lose at this point. I mean, I do, obviously. But that's just my discipline. Other people probably would have held, and good for them. but I also didn't see y'all take the trade. So tell me you would have held when you were in the trade. Okay. So when stuff like this does happen, I try not to be greedy. I let my discipline, if I don't like what the chart is saying, which at the time I didn't like the way the economy was moving. Trump went crazy, blew this thing up out of the water, right? And I just wanted to take my money that way I could roll it into something else. Because I knew this AI sector, the tech sector, it was gonna pop eventually. We always think that we can just time it when it's up here at the top. And if this thing comes crashing down back to 60, which isn't even bad. 60 is good. That's that's in my opinion. This thing was at 25. Now it's at 125, like at its all-time high. Like if it comes back down to 60, like that's good. That's still a good company. All right. But nonetheless, that's when I got all my profits, rolled it on over into a similar setup. Consolidating for like 10 years. That was just a year. That's what I'm saying. The bigger the base, the higher in space. All right. So I saw that. I saw what was going on behind the scenes. For one, starters, Intel got government contracts. URG government, or not URG government, but uranium's the biggest thing. All right. And I went over it in my past videos. I've been screaming at it at the top of my lungs. So I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to take a horse to the pond or the river to the well, whatever, and try to force it to drink. If you don't want to drink, don't be my guest. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. But I know what I'm doing. Okay. And I like this consolidation right here. And if you ask me, then again, that is if you ask me, okay? I like this move up from down here from like the 40 cents area. Okay. We move up. We come back. What is it like? I say that would be like the first pullback. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Some, it's something of like a bullish rectangle. All right. And that still might be a reach. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But at least after this point from here, you start to shoot up. Okay. And if you break this all-time high right there, we're now at price discovery, baby. And I'm dropping sites nonstop. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop some more sauce for y'all because I was dropping it inside a lot of group chats. Probably just annoying everybody. But I don't care. Dude, I wish I had someone like me, bro. I'd be like, dude, you're giving me like actual facts, actual information. Like this is stuff that is like legit. It's not just some dude on Reddit dropping stuff. All right. So boom. So if there's anything that y'all should go watch or should go read up on, it's probably these two articles inside of the Discord. All right. So where is it at? Dropped it in shares plays for y'all. All right. So you got Reuters explaining uranium in the USA, talking more about nuclear energy, the Department of Energy, certain reactors that they're looking into. This is all just pertaining to uranium, right? So at this point now, my page is now like my shares play is just talking about nothing but URG. All right, URG, uranium, and Clean Spark. All right, which is the alternative to where is it at? What's it called? There it is. Which is like the alternative to uranium. You know, all the bit mining companies, 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 for the data centers that they're going to be pretty much utilizing. All right, so I mean that's pretty much today's video. All right, so we got data, we got it's getting bright outside in my my camera is not tuned in for that. All right, so. Oh, y'all can't even see that. That looks nice out there. But whatever. All right, so that's all I got for y'all today. Yeah, before my video just starts just getting too bright and all that. I do my videos in the morning, so my settings are all set for, you know, dark settings. Not I don't like light like this, okay? I mean, I like natural light. All right, you know what? I'm going off tangent. That's my ADHD, folks. We got to go. Market's about to open up. I hope y'all have a great, beautiful day. I'm going to be in the sky. I'm going to be flying. I move a lot. For those of y'all that know, thank you for being patient with my lifestyle. I'm always on the go. And yeah, man. Yeah, have any questions, shoot it to me, shoot it to D. We here for y'all. All right. And if not, then I'm literally unavailable in the sky with no internet. So don't kill me. Okay. Oh, real quick. There goes ADHD again. INQ. I'm gonna still hold this one, dude. I mean, call me crazy, but like with the way that Trump's setting everything up, I see something coming up. I'm not gonna lie. So right now, this is like no strategy. All right. It still hasn't broken my normal, like my actual strategy. So I'm sticking to my guns. All right. Um, needs a pullback anyway, so I'm not tripping on it. Last time we got a pullback like that, look how much we shot up. All right. So that's all I'm saying. Um, yeah, just want to just be clear about that one for those of y'all inside my challenge. All right. So that's it. I gotta go. I still got to pack and I still got a flight to catch. So y'all making me late. So peace.